This is a beautiful sunny Sunday in Kewarra Beach. I may be deluding myself, but I think there's actually a bit of growth here on my lemons. You can see I've got a bit of a forest of grass here because this is where I water the berry, and so the rest of the area gets quite lush. So I definitely need to get the mower out and have a go at this. Good news about these flowers is that they're looks like they're going to be flowering again. I can see the insects are having a go at these leaves as well. They love the Panama berry. You can see there's a lot of holes in the leaves up there. They love going for that. And as usual, the lime has got lots of growth, so that's looking quite healthy, but no fruit. So that's the only thing, but at least it's getting bigger, and that's good. Now this is what motivates me, believe it or not. I mean, this is how bizarre suburban life can be. What motivates me is moving this pile of dirt. This is the high quality vegetable grade dirt. I'm going to take it down the back and add to the plants that I put in yesterday. I put in 2 plants, so I got a quite productive yesterday to provide more screening and privacy for the back. I actually spoke to my neighbour Jackie just a couple of hours ago. She was down the back also watering her plants, and she offered me some ladyfinger palms, I think they're called. I haven't heard of them before, but she's going to be digging them out, and she offered them to me. So that was nice of her. So yeah, we'll get. I'll go down the back, get the cart. I actually had 4 piles of dirt. Oh, the other good news is this is what's left of the mulch, and by wearing the mask I had yesterday, I've got all these basic masks, face masks. I didn't get any breathing problems from the mulch, so they do work. They do stop the fibres from the dry mulch getting into my lungs, and it makes a huge difference. I had absolutely didn't impact upon my breathing at all, so I was fine all of yesterday. So definitely a smart move if I'm doing anything that's like that, moving anything like that it's light and goes through the air and can get into my lungs. I've got to basically protect myself. So I'm not totally anti-mask. I just don't like them much for the total COVID thing, because I think it's over the top. But they certainly do have their uses at times, and I'm certainly not going to skimp on that. I've also got a crap load, pardon the pun in this case because it's cow manure, of bags of manure left. I've still got 4 of those, and I've got stacks of potting mix. It just feels a bit cooler at the moment. It feels better for gardening. It's been very hot recently, and so I just that's so basically I'm going to do a bit of gardening today and get that done, and get rid of this stuff because it's been a bit of an eyesore just leaving it there. And like I said, I've just got to get the lawn mowed. Tomorrow is going to be palm frond removal day. That's where I've got to cut up my palm fronds and shove them in the bin to be taken out. As I say, if I keep doing this on a weekly basis, I'll move through them. What was the other thing I was going to mention? Oh God, there was something else. I just lost it. Yeah, anyway, so I've got a few things. I've got my little candlestick flower I've discovered. It's actually got, is obviously a creeper type, or climbing type flower, because it's set out the leads to go up the side of a trellis, and so I'll plant that too. I think it's come to it. It definitely wants to climb, so I'll give it an opportunity near the fence. I could stake it actually, because I've got those stakes. I've got plenty of those. It's just good. So I'm just basically got to pull my finger out, get that another 4 cart loads of soil taken down the back, and there's actually a fern down here. There's the tree ferns. I've got 2 of those, and I've got this other one here, and this is the one I think well actually I was thinking about this is going really well too. This is a flowering plant. It likes a bit of shade. If I can find a shady area down the back, this could be great. Also screening, and this one here for screening, and those two. Yeah, the other tree ferns I've got there, I'll just leave them in this area. I think this is a good spot for them. They seem to be doing well there. Anyway, that's basically my plans for the day. Oh, the thing I was going to mention is about my. I'm going to. I've booked a flight down to Brisbane, but what I might do, it looks as though one of my. I might be able to stay up at the Sunshine Coast. I haven't confirmed that yet, but there's a couple I've spent a bit of time with when they've come up here, and they did offer to put me up at their place a while back, but whether I'll have to get an Airbnb or whatever, but they did Sid kindly offered to give me a lift back to the airport from Sunshine Coast, so I might take him up on that. Or that's a fairly long drive. I don't know, it might be, well, we'll see anyway. I don't want to put him out, but anyway, I want to catch up with Steve in Brisbane, but what I might do is just book an Airbnb place for a few nights, maybe 3 or 4, and then the remainder at the Sunshine Coast, because I haven't been anywhere down southeast Queensland for ages. I've only been to the airport basically in transit, so and it could be stinking hot up here. It's generally warmer, so it's a good time to get out of town, so it'd be a nice break. And then a little after that, I'll be off overseas on a big trip. I'm just out the back of my house again, an hour or so after doing a bit of gardening, major gardening, a couple more plants put in the back there. Before I go and check them out, there's a bit of colour here from this tree. Yeah, pink flowers, very nice. So it's always nice to see. So we've got pink flowers there, and we've got these ones here. Yeah, it's good to see a little bit of colour in the garden. So what I've done is I've actually planted a flowering plant here. I assume I'll get to a bush size. It's been quite healthy. I put it into a sort of a clay soil, and it seems to like it as long as I keep it nice and moist. But so I've kept the same soil around the roots. I exposed the roots today. Hopefully it won't cause too much trauma for it. And I put some cow manure in, and also some mulch on the top. And I've done the same with this plant here as well. So now we've got a bit of cover there because I've got the neighbour's car there, and hopefully these plants will start growing and provide a little bit more privacy around here now that I've... So what have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new plants I've planted in this one area. And strangely enough, this tree is just stunted. Someone's lopped the top off, but they've just left the trunk. And that's weird, but there's a few weird things about this place. I'll probably build this flower bed up with a bit more soil, because I just don't think it's deep enough. These things are grown. I don't even know what they are actually, these plants. This is the mint here, that's still alive. They'll probably get knocked about a bit during summer. So now my cart, I did 4 loads of that today, and I've still got a bit of a pile out the front of soil. But I'll be using it tomorrow to get all this waste material from the palms into my bin. As you can see, there's stacks of it. There's a whole lot over there, there's a whole lot over there, and there's a whole lot here. There's 3 different piles of the stuff, so you've got to really keep on top of it. This tree's doing really well. It's actually recovered quite nicely since I've staked it, so it's actually, that light coloured leaves is actually the new growth, and it's actually come back fairly well. It's all looking a little empty over here now that I've taken the plants out, so I might have to buy some more plants, I think. Anyway, it's good to do a bit of gardening in the morning and get things started. Just got to get the mowing done this afternoon. Well, it's time once again to feed the beast. In other words, one of my compost bins, I've got 2 of them in total, and happy to see that the garbos took more of the fronds away today. The palm fronds. Sorry, I'll say it again. Palm fronds. They you can still see I've got a few floating around, but I think I'm getting on top of it, which is the main thing. So I had to actually get the saw out and cut off the bottom of the fronds, the big sort of bulbous area, from the actual stem. These are the stems that are left from yesterday's work, and like I said, they took all of the ones that I put in the bin, so that's good. So I reckon I'm a couple of weeks away from cleaning the place out. There's still a pile over there, and there's another pile there, and as you can see at the end of them, they get quite bulbous. That's the bit I have to actually cut with the serrated saw, so that way I can then throw them in the bin. As you can see, the rubber tree is growing back. I contacted these tree loppers, and they have done nothing. So that's very disappointing, considering that they said they'd poison it, killed it off. Well, obviously it hasn't worked. Quite happy with the way the trees are looking here. The plants are going in quite nicely, and eventually I'll get some privacy from Jackie's place. That's my neighbour there. So yeah, so that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that now. But right now, I just need to feed the beast, as I said, the compost bin. And you can see there's actually a bit of that's a bit of broccoli. The stem, it hasn't broken down at all, which is interesting. But I think some of this, I put a fair bit of the fronds, the palm fronds in there, and it must have broken down, because that's down to half the level. There's clippings there. They might help the actual grass clippings might help the whole thing break down. But anyway, I'll just shove this in there. I've also got a couple of toilet rolls I've broken up that I'm putting in. Apparently that's good to put a bit of cellulose, yeah, in there. And this is the remnants of my 4-leaf mix. Is that what it's called? Yeah, leafy mix I got from Woolworths. It didn't last very long. It went off. I was going to use it last night, but it had already gone off. So when I made a salad last night, it just wasn't up to scratch. So this is the remnants of the spuds that I peeled. So they're all going in there as well. There's a couple of cherry tomatoes that you can see in the mix too. It's quite a bit of stuff there for it to break down, so that's good. This should be improving the soil overall, but it is a long-term process, so you just got to have a bit of patience here. So I'll just twirl up my the coffee. This is what's left of the coffee I made, the filtered coffee this morning. I'll pour that in, so, and that's basically it. Now I'll just rinse this out, and what I want to do is go and have a long walk down to Clifton Beach, down to the Coles there. And there actually was a house that came up, a 3-bedroom house, right near where the Coles is. It's actually just down the back of the Coles, so very convenient for someone like me without a car. But they want more than $499,000 for a 3-bedroom place with 1 bathroom. That's quite expensive. It's not necessarily expensive for Clifton Beach. Clifton Beach is at least $100,000 above what you'll pay here, but there's just nothing on the market here at the moment, and I think they'll probably get up to $550, to be quite frank. I looked at the backyard. It's not bad. There's a little bit of a pool, which I don't want anyway, but it's got quite a nice kitchen and bathroom and things, so yeah, I think it could easily get $550. So I think the owners will be quite happy. It's currently being leased out, which might put a few people off. It's not going to be. It's tied up until about April or May next year with a lease, so that might put a few people off. But you never know. The tenant's only paying $440 for it a week, which I think is very cheap rent in Clifton Beach. But then again, it might be so, because it's so close to the shopping centre. It might be noisy. I'm not sure. So who knows? But There's just nothing on the market here at the moment. No houses. It's dead as. There was a huge amount of places on the market, but now there's just nothing available. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.